Alrighty, welcome everybody to another episode of Smite Super Builds, and today we have Guan Yu. This is largely, I guess you can call it a support build for Guan Yu, but it also does pretty good damage. More so it kind of depends on what game mode you're in now. This build, exactly this build, I changed up one item. I did top damage. I did 42,000 player damage with this build. I had, since we were against like 4 physicals, I switched out the Shield of Regrowth for a Hide and Mini Lion. I'll try to put that screenshot in if I can. I went like 21 and 5 or something ridiculous like that. And it's kind of surprising, especially from not many damage items at all in this build. So moving along, where you get the damage from this build, you may be asking, is between Mystical Mail and your 3 and the Shifter Shield. And in this case, since this is a more balanced build, we have Shield of Regrowth in place of Hide and Mini Lion. Having Hide and Mini Lion also gave me a lot more damage. Maybe a whole lot of tankiness when fighting 4 physicals and only 1 magical. That was an awesome match. So, getting Mystical Mail really early on Guan Yu is really great, especially like as your first or second item. The amount of damage it puts off is basically like having extra basic attacks every second as long as you're near somebody. Of course, when it comes to like really late game, Mystical Mail, the Aura effect on it, not that much damage. It's okay when it's at that point it's only good for like finishing off people that are like just barely hanging on, but early to mid game it's really potent and it's really strong, especially early game. So in the case of the assault match, I got Mystical Mail first. If you were to do it in arena or joust or siege or something like that, it may work. You won't be that mobile, but we do have a horse, so there's pretty much our boots as our horse. So it's kind of up to you if you want to start Mystical Mail first. It is a little pricey, so it may be a little hard to finish at first as your first item, or you can pick it up second. It doesn't really matter that much. So in this case, we're going to pick it up first, and then boots a second. Next, since our magical defense is pretty damn low, at the time of our third item, I'm going to pick up Stone and Gaia. Reason being, we're going to combo it with Shield of Regrowth. Between those 2 items and then our self heal with our 1, which if you have the passive boosted all the way up to where this little thing here, I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor or not, fills up with blood, then our 1 is going to do extra HP. So that's a lot of sustain between 2 high health regenerate or high HP 5 items and then our heal. Maybe a little bit overboard. Kind of do what you want as far as that magical defense. Of course, if you're fighting against, I don't want to hit that one. If you're fighting against healers, you know, always pick up Pestilence. That's really good. I did pick up Ansel on one case. It's not too bad of an item. Like I mentioned in the shock video, it's not that bad of an item actually. It's okay. So moving along, Sovereignty. I did pick up Sovereignty just to be overall tanky, have more HP, and help out the team more. Since this is more of that support item, this is more of a support build. So it's really great if you want to go for that full support. Now getting it as like your 5th item, it is kind of late, but better late than never, and it's actually just not too bad overall as an item. So you can place these items how you see fit. Like almost every single match is going to be different according to who you're fighting, how your team is. Do you have another support? Do you have another tank on your team? So just adjust some things accordingly and to fit your playstyle. And then finally, Shift to Shield. This is actually a really great item for Guan Yu. It is another pricey item, but having that high power is going to help out with our damage on our 3 and our ulti, since those 2 abilities do a decent amount of damage. And then that is pretty much it as far as items. So our HP is sitting pretty nice at 2,950, attack at 115, defense as far as that is looking, 236 physical protection, and then 213 magic protection. So not too bad overall. You can see how that Mystical Mail kind of adds on top of our 3, just a whole lot of damage. So a couple other items that you can get if you want a little bit more damage. You can get Frostbound Hammer. That's not too bad. It may be overboard as far as the slows, because your ulti slows for 1, and then your 2 also slows. But in that time in between, if you want to make sure your enemy doesn't get away and you still want power and HP, Frostband Hammer, that can be a thing. Another somewhat common thing is picking up Yon's Wrath on warriors, just for that penetration and power aspect. You can also pick that up if you want to. Another not too bad item is Runeforge Hammer. Not that bad, more so if you're going against a lot of physicals. So those are some other optional power items. So we're gonna get blinded, so we're gonna look away. It didn't look away in time. So I mean, our basic attacks are still hitting pretty damn good in the 200 range. Of course, we have that 3-hit combo, so the price may vary. The damage may vary, actually. So about time with just our ulti, raw was like about a little less than half HP. And if you notice, our HP never went down. I never used to heal. Of course, that is raw bot, so damage and things like that are different. But yeah, just that HP 5 aspect, and then if you get really low, you know, you can just pop your 1 and then boom. You can, like late game, depending on how much physical power you have, your late game heals are looking actually really good. A lot of people don't know that Guan Yu's heals are actually really good. It does cost a lot of mana. Like sometimes in Assault, if we're going against quite a bit of magicals, like at least like 2 or 3 magicals, depending on how much those guys do damage, I would pick up Stone and Gas, my very first item. That way I can just, you know, just level up my 1 and just keep healing everybody. Now if you do the healing without you having your passive filled up, yeah, your heals are going to suck. But once your passive is filled up, your heals are going to do really, really great, up to like 300 heals. So it's actually not too bad of a heal on Guan Yu. And then also, if you don't know already, Guan Yu has been buffed, or kind of like worked around. I guess you could call it a buff. But he does gang Protection Stolen and Ganged all in the same time with his 3 now. So that's really good. They pretty much took away the protections from his 1, because it was kind of awkward having that, and they just put on his 3. So Guan Yu now, he's sitting at a pretty damn good place. So that's going to wrap it up for the build. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comment section below. If not, I'll just see you tomorrow. Bye.